Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Today I'm going to get a bunch of this prairie grass planted over in the Walnut Bluff area. Not sure if you can see that down in there or not, but that is a 1/4 ounce of Prairie Smoke seed, which are incredibly tiny. So I'm going to be mixing them with some fine vermiculite. It's getting really hot in this greenhouse. I gotta move quick and get out of here. So I have fine horticultural grade vermiculite, and I will probably, whatever is left in this bag should be good enough. I'm going to mix all of this seed with it. I already have some of this cold stratifying. This wants to be cold stratified for 2 weeks. I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm putting it right in the ground. It's still pretty damn cool out. It's, going to be in the mid 30s at night, a few of the nights, so that should be fine. So I need to mix this well with this vermiculite, and I'm going to add, not prairie drop seed, purple prairie clover, which I have right here. And I finally did get an ID on this. This was growing stuff that looked like clover, which is clover, this stuff, but that's not the purple prairie clover. This is the purple prairie clover here. So I've been letting this dry out. You can pop these out real easy if it gets a bit dry. So I'm waiting on some little 3-inch pots. I don't want to put these in these big 4-inch pots like that. So they're supposed to be here today or tomorrow. So the minute they arrive, I really need to get this stuff out of here, because being dry like this, it's going to start shriveling up real soon. So I'll just top spritz this and kind of try to leave it dry like that until tomorrow. Yeah, one of the grass is up, but who the hell knows if that's actually what it is or not. Generally, when you get something that pops up really quick like that, it's a weed. So here's my rough plan for that area. Prairie drop seed over here, wavy hair grass, and a little bit of bottlebrush here, clover, bottlebrush, and the Prairie Smoke with clover, all along this real sunny area that comes to a point. And then side oats, grandma, along the edge of the bluff there. Most of it's just going to be toss in seed, but I do need to get in there and rake the area a little bit to roughen up the ground. And then I'll just step it in, and that should do the trick. So I have some marking paint and my little marking paint applicator thingy. Just draw some lines on the ground where I want this stuff, mix up some seed with vermiculite, and get busy. Some of the seed, like this Bottlebrush Grass, is gigantic, and if you toss this at, just bending a little bit and drop it, it goes like a dart and sticks into the ground. So I don't think I need to mix this with anything. But the prairie drop seed, I believe I'll have to mix that with something as well. Awful small seed. So let's get busy. Okay, all of the Prairie Smoke seed is getting planted there. The purple prairie clover which is getting planted with pretty much every mix that I'm doing. So, oh jeez, I only want a couple splashes of those in there. All right, one more. Oop. That's plenty. Okay, I've done it quite a few times, and that's the last of it. I'm going to shake it up one more time, and then that's it for the Prairie Smoke. And let me see. Here's my little map. So I'm just going to draw a single red line where these areas kind of mark them out. And then from here on in, that's where I'll walk. So I'll create paths there. But this is where this is going, right there. All right, this is the planting area right here. And what I need is this upper half. Oh, what was I thinking? Right about here, maybe. This needs to remain a path so we can get at the fence. I don't want anything, basically anything growing there. It'll turn to moss if I just kill the grass there a couple times. So what I'm doing is kind of connecting this, the curve of this pet cemetery here with the edge of this. Not that it really matters much. So the top half of this whole pointy thing right here will be the Prairie Smoke right here. And then along the bluff there will be side oats on the far side. And then there'll be like a gap in between the two. Should look pretty cool. Alright, so I need to rake the ground and rake it lightly so that the seeds are in full contact with the ground. I got a lot of wormholes and stuff in here, so this should grow pretty good. At least that's what I'm hoping. Alright, let's get some raking done and toss some seed. pretty well scarified. I had some real thick spots of grass that was too damp to burn when I burned this before, and it was just clogging things up, so I had to get in here and try to reburn some of it. But this should be good. So now I'm going to toss the seed here, step it in as good as I can, and I think I'm going to go with the Bottlebrush Grass that is going right in this area. That should go a hell of a lot quicker, but I got to get moving. Okay, that's it for the Prairie Smoke. Just need to lightly water it in, but I'll do that after I get the next one done. This is going to be Bottlebrush Grass. It's going to be like a triangle right in there. So I'm going to go mix up a batch of that and then get back and do the same thing here. Okay. Now, I think I said prairie drop seed next, but it's actually going to be Bottlebrush Grass. This does not need to be mixed, so I'm just going to take about half of this bag, and I collected these last year. There's a lot of chaff in there, but you can see the seeds down in the bottom. We marked it as prairie red clover, but it could be purple prairie clover that is just very red. Not sure, but it is very red. It's like a blood red clover, and I generally call it crimson clover, but it came with one of our Wisconsin wildflower seed mixes, so I believe it's a Wisconsin wildflower. So I'm going to mix all of this in with half of this. And the drop seed is going to have to wait till tomorrow because I am quickly running out of time and we got to get to a nearby town for another track meet tonight. So I better get moving. It took forever to get this hose set up because I gotta walk back and forth. I took the gator the last time, but there was a ton of grass inside one of the hoses. Some animal must have packed it there, a mouse I'm guessing, but it's an awful small hose, so you know, or either a really small mouse or maybe a shrew packed my hose full of grass, and it took forever to clear it out. I had to keep taking the nozzle off because it was clogging up. If it's not one thing, it's two. So that is going to wrap it up for today. I also found it appears as though there's something wrong with the gator. When I went to turn on the hose this last time, took the gator over there, and it's riding real rough and like chewing up the grass. So hopefully we don't have a big problem with that. It's almost impossible having any kind of land without some kind of utility vehicle. So I got the Prairie Smoke and the Bottlebrush Grass planted, and 2 different stocks of clover. Might be the same species, might not be. I know the one that's planted over with the Bottlebrush is quite red, or crimson colored. So I don't know if they're the same or not, but hopefully something grows here. So if you want to see the progress on this, make sure that you subscribe. Click on the update icon so you receive notice when I post the new videos. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.